what sum will yield rupees 406 as simple interest for in 1 year, 2 months at 6.14% per annum. So here we have to
Excuse me,
find,
sir.
yes,
So we will not have simple interest in exam.
no, simple interest formula you cannot apply in your exam. You will only apply compound interest formula.
Okay, sir.
So here you have to find principal. That is what sum it is said. That means you have to find out the principal. And what all are given here? Given here are your amount. Yield means produce. That means simple interest is given. What sum will yield this much of money? That means simple interest is given to you as 406. Okay. Time here is given to you as 1 year, 2 months. 1 year plus 2 months, which can be written as 1 year. And if you convert months to year, you have to divide it by 12. So this is 1 plus, if you cancel this, you get 1 by 6. Now, if you take the LCM, you will get 6 plus 1 is equal to 7 by 6. Okay. So this is your time. And the rate is also given here. The rate is given to be 6.14%, which is, you can, this mixed fraction, you convert to improper fraction, you'll get 25 by 4. Fine. So now just put it in the formula for simple interest. So we have simple interest is equal to P into R into T by 100. Put the value. Simple interest here is 406. Principal we want to find out. Rate here is 25 by 4. And time here is 7 by 6. And you divide this by 100. Fine. Now you cross multiply. If you cross multiply, you will get 406 into 100 is equal to P into 25 by 4 into 7 by 6. Okay. So now does anything cancel? It does not look like anything cancels. So what you do here is you can write this as 406 into 100 is equal to P into 25 into 7 divided by 4 into 6. Okay, so now again you cross multiply. You will get 406 into 100 into 4 into 6 is equal to P into 25 into 7. That means you have P into 25 into 7 is equal to 406 into 100 into 4 into 6. That means now in order to find P, you must divide both sides by 25 into 7. So 406 into 100 into 4 into 6 divided by 25 into 7. So if you see 7 will cancel with 406 58 times. Okay. And 25 will cancel with 100 4 times. So now if you multiply all this, you're going to get the principal as rupees 5,500 and
Sir, 4872.
how much? 5568 I'm getting.
Sir, 4872.
4872.
Yes, sir. Then we will plus it with the simple interest. Then
Yeah,
we
that is
will
the
get
principal that we are getting. We are
5277.
getting the principal. Okay, we only want to find out the sum here. If you see, the question is what sum. So we are only concerned with the principal. We don't need to find out the amount. And then later, if the question is to find out the amount, then you will add the simple interest to find out the amount. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So here the question was only to find out the sum. Fine. Now we come to the next part, which is your compound interest. All the problems on simple interest are over. So the next exercise is 8b, which deals with your compound interest. Now, what is the formula for compound interest? Now, remember, in case of simple interest, this is compound interest. Okay. Now, before I introduce you to the formula of simple interest, compound interest sums can also be done by simple interest formula. Okay. Now, actually, when the sum becomes a little bigger, then the compound interest formula is applicable. But for your purpose, you will work out all the sums from compound interest formula only. This is only with the simple interest method that I am showing you of finding the compound interest. This is only for your information. Okay, this is only for your information. You will not apply simple interest formula to find out compound interest. You will only apply compound interest formula for compound interest. So let us see number 2 here. The question is method 1. Let's see. This is question number 2, method 1. Without applying compound interest CI formula. Okay, that is applying only SI formula. Okay, let's read the problem and then see what is there in the problem. The question here is find the amount and compound interest on 8,000 for 2 years at 12.5%. Not 12.5%, it's 6% per annum. Find the amount and compound interest on rupees 8,000 for 2 years at 6% per annum. Okay, for 2 years only. So what we are going to do here is, first we are going to calculate the simple interest for 1 year. Since the amount is invested for 2 years, we'll calculate the simple interest for the first year. Okay, then we'll add it to get the principal for the next year, and then we'll again calculate the simple interest for the next year. So let's see, since the amount is invested for 2 years, so for the first year, what happens? What is the principal here? The principal is 8,000 rupees. Okay, the time is, because we are going to calculate because the investment is for 2 years here, but we are going to calculate year after year. Okay, so for the first year, so t is equal to 1 for the first year, and the rate is given to us as 6% per annum. Okay, so rate is 6% per annum. So we'll calculate the SI. Therefore, SI, simple interest, is equal to 8,000 into R into T, P into R into T divided by 100. So these two zeros, they cancel. You simply get rupees 480. Fine. Now we have got the simple interest. So what is the amount for the first year? Amount at the end of first year. A, let's say A1, call it A1, is equal to principal plus simple interest. The principal here is 8,000 rupees and interest here is 480 rupees. So that comes to 8,480 rupees. Okay. Now what will happen is that for the second year, this amount that we have got, 8,480, this is going to become our principal. So for the second year, the principal must be equal to the amount for the first year, which is 8,480. Time is, because we are calculating only for 1 year, that is the second year, so time will remain 1 and rate will also remain the same. Okay, so this again we are going to calculate SI for the second year. So 8480 into R into T divided by 100 is equal to, now you can cancel here. So this is, you can instead of cancelling with 10, you better keep 10 in the denominator, because 10 in the denominator will always be helpful. So 848 into 6 will give you 5088 divided by 10. Why did I keep 10 in the denominator? So that if I multiply the numerator, I will only have to shift one decimal place to this side. So I get rupees 508.80 as my simple interest. Hence, what is the amount for the second year? Amount for the second year, let us call it A2, is equal to, again, principal plus SI. This time the principal we had taken as 8480. So 8480 plus simple interest 508.8 for the second year. Okay, so this is 8988.80. This is the amount. But the problem is here in this method, if you see, when we are applying the simple interest formula, we have to calculate the, for the first year, we are calculating the interest for the first year, then again adding, and then again taking the principal, and then again finding the simple interest. Okay, so this is a long drawn method. Now, before I move on to the direct method, what I would also like you to see here is that because the amount here has become 8988.8, what is my compound interest here? Compound interest will be the amount after 2 years minus the principal. Okay, so this is 8988.80 minus the initial amount that was invested. How much did we invest initially? Invest 8,000 initially. So this is 8,000. So this is rupees 988.8. So what you see is that we have done the calculation of the amount and also the compound interest by simple interest formula. But instead of getting into this long drawn method of applying simple interest formula for calculating compound interest, we shall now see what compound interest formula is and how we can calculate very easily. We can do the same sum very easily with the help of compound interest formula. Okay, so the
Excuse me,
formula for,
sir.
yes, tell me.
Sir, if we will do this method in exam, sir, you
Hmm.
will mark it wrong.
But I will not give you full marks either.
Okay, sir.
Okay, formula for compound interest. Now remember that in case of simple interest, we were calculating the interest directly. Okay, in case of compound interest, when the principal, rate and time are given, then the formula for compound interest, we directly calculate the amount from the principal. Amount is equal to principal into 1 plus the rate percent divided by 100 whole to the power of the time in years. Okay, so let's write here where A is the amount after n years, is the amount after n years. P is the principal. Okay. R is the rate percent. And N is the time in years. Okay. Now, once you have calculated the amount, how do you calculate the compound interest? Compound interest is equal to the amount minus the principal. Okay. So we shall apply this formula to calculate the amount after n years, and we shall apply this formula to calculate the compound interest. Now let's see same problem if we are going to attempt with the help of compound interest formula how to do this. Okay, so let's see here. Let us write what is given here. Again, question number 2. Okay, let's see what's given here. Again, question number 2, if you read here, principal here is given to be 8,000 rupees. Okay, the time here is n. It is not denoted by t. In case of compound interest, time is denoted by n and not by t. The time here is 2 years, and remember, time is expressed in years always. Okay, just as in case of simple interest, and the rate percent here is given to be 6. Okay, so what will be the amount after 2 years? Amount after 2 years is equal to p into 1 plus, write the formula, 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power of n. Now we put the values. P is 8,000, 1 plus r by 100, and n here is 2. Okay, so now what we can do is we can reduce this 3, and this is 50. So this will become 8,000 into 1 plus 3 by 50. And now we can take the LCM, 8,000, 50 into 50 plus 3. And obviously this is a square here. Okay, so this is 8,000 into 53 divided by 50 whole square. So this is 8,000. Now since 53 by 50 is a whole square, so you can write it twice, 53 by 50 into 53 by 50. Okay, now you can cancel out 2 zeros from here. 2 zeros gone. Now you can cancel here 5 1 and 5 6. So what you're getting here is 16 into 53 into 53. You're getting 44,944 divided by 5. This is what you're getting. So therefore you're getting rupees, the amount after 2 years will be 8,988.8. So what do you see here? I'm getting 8,988 by simply applying the compound interest formula directly. Otherwise, here what I had done, see, such a long drawn method for the first year, for the second year, and then I got the amount for the second year as 8,988.8. So if you apply the compound interest formula, you'll get your results directly. And therefore, what is the compound interest amount after 2 years? Therefore, compound interest must be amount minus principal. The amount here is 8,988.8 minus the principal here is 8,000. So you are getting rupees 988.80 as your compound interest. Any questions on this? This is the most fundamental problem. You must understand this problem. If you don't understand this problem, later on you're going to have problems. Okay, can we proceed to the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we proceed to problem number 3, and this time we shall apply simply compound interest formula to evaluate this. Actually, this exercise they have given you this exercise to do by simple interest formula, but we shall not do use simple interest formula to calculate compound interest. Okay, we shall directly use compound interest formula for compound interest, because you know that for if you use simple interest formula, it is going to get lengthy. So question number 3 here. If you read question number 3, it states, find the amount and compound interest on 2,500 for 2 years compounded annually, the rate of interest being 6% during the first year. Okay. Now see, there are 2 rates of interest given. So what I'll do is I'll skip number 3 for the time being, and I'll do number 4. Okay. Number 3 requires another form of compound interest formula. So I'll skip number 3. We'll do number 4 first, and then I'll come back to number 3. Find the amount and compound interest on 25,000 for 3 years at 6% per annum compounded annually. Okay. Now remember compounded annually. This last sentence that you have here, compounded annually. This is very important. We shall see how important this is in the next exercise. Okay. But for the time being, remember that compounded annually and compounded semi-annually and compounded quarterly, these are also different phrases that we'll come across. So always keep an eye on this, compounded annually or quarterly or half yearly. Okay. So in order to uh, evaluate this problem, what we are going to do here is we are going to write what is given here. So principal here is given to us as 25,000 rupees. Okay. And the time here is given to be as 3 years. So n is equal to 3. And the rate is given to be 6%. Okay. Compounded annually. So let's find out the amount after how many years? N is equal to 3 years. So amount after 3 years, A is equal to, write down the compound interest formula, P 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of N is equal to, write down the values. P is 25,000, R is 6%, and N is 3 years. Okay. So now we are going to evaluate this. You can cancel here 50. You're getting 25,000 into 1 plus 3 by 50 whole cube, 25,000. Now take the LCM within this. You get 50 and you get 50 plus 3 whole cube. So you get 25,000 into 53 by 50 whole cube. So it's 25,000 into 53 by 50. Write it thrice because there's a cube there. 53 by 50 into 53 by 50. Now we shall cancel. So you see 1 0 cancels here, 1 cancels here, and 1 cancels here. Okay, now we can cancel with 5 also. 5 goes 5 times, and here 5 goes once. So this cancels off. So what you are essentially getting here is 53 into 53 into 53 divided by 5. Okay. Now what you can do is you can multiply everything. 53 into
Sir, it's
53
148877.
divided by 5. Okay. Now just let me give you a small shortcut. Whenever you come across denominator 5, and this is just a shortcut, you can divide directly. I'm sure you are like you can divide directly, but try to make the denominator 10. This will be a little convenient. So in order to make the denominator 10, what you can do is you can multiply the numerator and denominator both by 2. Why am I multiplying? In order to make the denominator 10. So I multiply this by 2, the numerator, to get 297,754, and 5 into 2 here I get 10. So now once I get the denominator as 10, I can only shift one decimal place here to get the amount. So this is rupees 29,775.40. Okay, you could have divided directly here. I just gave you a different method of doing it. Okay, whenever try to keep 10 in the denominator or 100 in the denominator. Powers of 10 in the denominator are always very helpful. Okay, so this is what the amount that you are getting. Therefore, what is the compound interest? Compound interest is amount minus principal. So this is 29,775.40 minus, and the initial principal was 25,000 rupees. Okay, so this will give you 9775.4. And this is what your answer is. So your amount here is this, and your compound interest here is this. So whenever in your examination, if you get this kind of a question, please calculate both the amount and the compound interest. After calculating the amount, please do not forget to calculate the compound interest. Okay. If it is asked in the question, find the compound interest after calculating the amount, do not forget to calculate the compound interest. Okay. We shall now move on to the next problem, which is number 3, which will require a slightly different form of compound interest formula. Now, if you see in this problem here, what is the difference between this problem that we did, and the problem that we are going to do? The difference is, see, the rate percent here is 6%, right? So the first year you're getting 6% interest. Second year also you are assuming 6% as your interest, and third year also your rate is 6%. So if you see, all the rates here are same for all 3 years. What if they are different? Suppose if you have 6% in the first year, suppose if you have say 8% in the second year, and suppose you have 4% in the third year, then what will happen? Then what will happen is that we shall apply the next uh, compound interest formula, where the rates of interest are different for uh, different years. Okay, in this case, we shall apply the following formula. If R1% and R2% and R3% are the rates of compound interest for the first, second, and third year respectively, then we say amount is equal to principal into 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100 into 1 plus R3 by 100. Say for 3 years. For 3 years, 3 different rates. Even if it is 4 years, you can have an R4 also. 5 years, you can have R5 also, and so on. I've only shown you for 3 years. Okay. Let us see the problem here then. Question number 3. The question here is, find the amount and compound interest on 2500 for 2 years compounded annually. Again, note this word because tomorrow we are going to discuss this. Okay, compounded annually, the rate of interest being 6% during the first year and 8% during the second year. So let us take what is given here. Principal here is given to be 2500 rupees. Okay, and time here is 2 years. Okay, but n is not there in this formula, so we shall not take note of the time. So we just know that time is 2 years. What is also given to you here is that the rate for the first year is how much? 6%. And the rate for the second year is 8%. Okay, so therefore the amount here, amount after 2 years A is equal to, we'll write the formula P 1 plus, because this is only for 2 years, we only have up till R2. So 1 plus R1 by 100 into 1 plus R2 by 100. Now we shall simply put the values here. So value is 2500. 1 plus R1 is 6 by 100 into 1 plus 8 by 100. Okay. So now you can, what you can do is you can cancel here 350, cancel with 4, 42, 425. So you get 2500 into, take the LCM. Let's see, let me write here first clearly. 1 plus 3 by 50 we are getting after cancellation. And here we are getting 1 plus 2 by 25, which is equal to 2500. I take the LCM, 50. 50 plus 3, you take the LCM. And here you have 25 plus 2 by 25. So this is 2500 into 50 plus 3 is 53 by 50. 25 plus 2 is 27 by 25. So what you see is you can cancel this with 100 times. 1 0 will go here and 5 will cancel twice with 10. So you simply get 2 into 53 into 27. So your amount here is 2862. So the amount after 2 years, that is where the interest for the first year was how much? Interest for the first year was 6% and interest for the second year here was 8%. For these 2 years, for two different rates, for the 2 years, we have got the amount as 2862. And therefore, what should be the compound interest here? For the compound interest, you apply the same result. Compound interest is amount minus principal. Amount is 2862 minus 2500 rupees. So this is rupees 362. Okay. Any questions on this?
No, sir.
Fine. Now we'll move on to the next exercise. But before moving on to the next exercise, I want to make something very, very clear. As I told you that whenever the problem on compound interest is given, you must take note of that phrase: compounded annually, compounded quarterly, or compounded semi-annually, or compounded quarterly. You must take note of that uh, phrase. Okay. So now if you see here in all the problems, the interest here was compounded annually. If you see here, the problem will be that problem number 2 that we worked out here, that this phrase was there, compounded annually, right? But what if the phrase here is instead of compounded annually, they write compounded half yearly? Compounded half yearly. Then what will happen? How will we do this sum? How will it change things? Okay. Now see, if whenever the interest is, we'll do problem based on this. Okay, don't worry. In the next class tomorrow morning, hopefully tomorrow will be your next last class also. If I finish 2 or 3 sums, fine. Now compounded half yearly or compounded quarterly. Let us say if it is said compounded half yearly, then what we are going to do? How will the sum change? See here that the principal here will remain 8,000 rupees that we started with. Okay. Now, whenever this phrase is there, compounded half yearly means what? We're dividing the year into two halves, right? We are dividing the year into two parts, two equal parts. So in that case, what we are going to do is the time here is given to be how much? 2 years. Since we are dividing the year into two equal parts, this 2 years time that is given, we'll multiply this by 2. So that now time has become 4. And how much is the rate given here? The rate is given to us here as 6%. But because we are dividing the year into two equal halves, we will also divide the rate by 2. So what happens here? We are multiplying the time by 2 and we are dividing the rate by 2. Understood? So when we are putting it in the compound interest formula, we are going to put R is equal to 3 and we are going to put N is equal to 4. And now we are going to calculate the amount. Is that absolutely clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now is the case when the interest is compounded instead of saying half yearly. What if they say if the interest is compounded quarterly? What will you do if the interest is compounded annually? Principal will remain the same. Okay, if the phrase is compounded quarterly instead of half yearly, if the phrase is compounded half yearly, then in quarter, what do you mean by quarter? You are dividing the year into 4 equal parts, right? Quarter means 1/4. That means you are dividing the year into 4 equal parts. In that case, you are going to multiply. See, time is given to be 2 years here. So you are going to multiply that time by 4 because you are dividing the year into 4 equal parts. So time will become 8. And what about the rate? The rate here is given to be 6%. But since you are dividing the year into 4 equal parts, you will divide the rate by 4. So this will come to 3 by 2. Is that absolutely clear? We'll do problem based on this in the next class. Okay, I'll stop here for today.